once you agree on a pre-election agreement, you can choose to live with it or to vary it after election. But I don't think the spirit of the broad-based coalition is to tamper with an agreement that has been arrived at. And I know the president to be very, very firm and religious on agreements. So that right now the parameters that will be used to arrive at the coalition will be before the election. And what is agreed upon will be respected after the election. Because once the agreements are in place, whether it's about power sharing, whether it's about zoning, then what remains is for parties to work together.
But the reality will have changed.
And for parties to work together and deliver and deliver in the elections. Once there is delivery in the elections, then the next thing will be implementing the agreements as it is. And I don't think it is right to shortchange members of a coalition.
Even if their parliamentary strength is much reduced after the election?
No, you don't do that. You don't do that. It's not right. The thing is, you cannot be scientifically accurate that ODM after election will deliver 90 seats and UDA will deliver 145 seats. You cannot be accurate. There will be certain variations in terms of numbers based on the reality of facts of voters and what will happen at the ballot. That notwithstanding, it should not tamper with the principal points of agreements in a coalition. Yeah. So that one, if we talk of predicting, using the numbers to vary the agreement after election, I don't think that is very deceitful.
But this must be the concern within ODM circles, that if at all their numbers are reduced significantly at the election, that could affect even the pre-election agreement that they may have signed with the UDA.
No, it actually depends on what that pre-election agreement says, because this is like a legal document. If you are having this agreement now, it is possible that such are not clauses that you leave in darkness. You put it right there. That in a situation where this happens, this is what we are going to do. So if the pre-election agreement says this is the numbers that you need to get, then that is what the agreement says. But if the agreement does not say that, it is not possible to bring it after election to start a new discussion, because that will now be post-election agreement, not following the pre-election agreement. So it's like somebody has moved from the agreement. But ODM is in a situation right now, and the situation is Jacom left ODM in the hands of people who probably may not have seen themselves leading this party in this coming election. Nobody knew Jacom would die. And so all of them are being looked at by members of the party that, are you going to maintain the party in terms of numbers and strength? And I think it is okay. Anyone in their shoes would want to protect as much as possible the zones that ODM had been winning, the seats that ODM had been winning, including Nairobi, so that it is not seen that immediately Jacom died, ODM as a party has already lost all its bases, whether to a friendly fire or to opposition on the other side. But it is worse to lose that within your coalition. It would be necessary to discuss such on the table and say,
in case this happens.
In case this happens, then how do we move forward with regards to what we need in terms of numbers? But again, there is something we have been forgetting here. There is the other side of the united opposition. Probably they will be looking at where there are loopholes for them to also get as much numbers as possible. Just the same way ODM and UDA are organizing themselves, they are also hoping and wishing that when they go to a constituency, they will find DCP has a candidate, Wiper has a candidate, all the political parties in that arrangement has a candidate. And so when they rally their vote behind one candidate in the coalition broad-based, then they get to win the seats, even the ones which were not traditionally supposed to be theirs. And the only thing is, even the media houses have decided not to discuss the other side in terms of that same arrangement, but you are discussing ODM
because
more.
They made the demand.
Because when the demand from where? When we saw the Mbeere, we realized that the DCP candidate, the DCP party leader left United States to come for that the by-election, only not to fill the candidate in Mbeere.
The reason why we're discussing this, ODM party came out.
But no media house wants to discuss that. We want to discuss the proposal of ODM on the table.
Because it is current. Bwana Fanyamambo, yes, I cut you short, unfortunately, right in the middle of your contribution. Go ahead.
The biggest concern for ODM should be that William Ruto does